Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with Disaster. My name is Chris. Thank you guys for joining us today. I thought I wanted to see how everybody's doing. Thank you for joining us. We're live every Tuesday at 10:10 in the morning, where we tell you about the craziest, most disgusting, disturbing things that have happened in the area as far as weather goes, floods, mold, fires, you name it. But on today's episode, I kind of wanted to dig into the Farmer's Almanac and the predictions for Buffalo for this winter forecasts, kind of see what's coming up and just kind of discuss that as well. I'm going to pull up some images here as well. Wow, that is way too big. So I'm sure everybody knows Farmer's Almanac. It's been around since 1792. It's not always 100% accurate, but it is probably one of the best things you could have as far as getting at least a general idea of what to expect. I apologize about the image. But and there's a lot of criticism behind it too. Sometimes people have no faith in it whatsoever, and then other people are, just kind of live and die by it. They really strongly believe that's just going to be something that's going to be accurate year in, year out. So, and obviously we're all no strangers to snow here in Buffalo, New York. So I kind of want to bring up some of the old photos we had too of the huge storm that we had in 2014, when we got 7 feet of snow, I think it was total. You can kind of just see. I remember this having to like just to get the walkway was just horrendous. It was horrible. It took hours just to even do a simple walkway to the front door. You can see this is poor little dog can barely see anything where he's going. Um, and this one I thought was really cool. This was taken from an airplane, and this was pretty neat. Somebody was flying into Buffalo International Airport, and they happened to catch the storm as it was hovering right over Buffalo. It's kind of neat with the city lights. You can kind of see um, to what extent that really was causing. It was a bad storm. I was actually starting to get concerned when it was starting to come up over the windows. I was starting to get pretty freaked out about it. So, but yeah, so to kind of further that, this winter, unfortunately, is going to, according to the Farmer's Almanac, is going to be like 5 times worse than last winter as far as not so much per se in like November, December. It's just going to be kind of a gradual like lean into it, but they're claiming that there's going to be 2 storms total, just like we normally do. We usually get a storm around February. So second week of February, we're supposed to get a storm. Also early March of next year. So it kind of seems like it's going to be more towards the later end of winter. So just in a heads up, don't hold me to it. I don't know for sure. These are just predictions. So, and what's kind of causing this spike in the weather? Obviously, people mention global warming. I don't know if that per se plays a whole role in it. I think it's more so um, just weather patterns shift over time as well, too. And obviously, global warming doesn't have a good impact on that either. But what more specifically I want to talk about is El Nino. So what it is it's supposed to potentially return the later half of 2003, lasting into the winter of 2024. But basically what this means is that cold temperatures could prevail throughout the country and bring snow, sleet, and ice. Particularly for New York State, we should expect below average temperatures. So I would say our average temperature is like probably what, like 30 degrees heading into actual like December, and then we probably get in the low 20s. And then if we have a few days with wind chill, sometimes we get down into like the 5 and 6 degree Fahrenheit. So I would expect more colder days this winter. And so, and we're gonna have more snowstorms with that. And like I mentioned before, especially in January and February, we tend to get hit a little bit harder. But the like I mentioned before too, the almanac also predicts an East Coast storm for the Northeast during the second week of February and another during the first week of March. So just something to kind of keep an eye on with the upcoming weather we have coming up. I'm just curious, like in the comments too, if any of you guys really strongly believe in the almanac, or if you just assume that we're gonna have a horrible winter like we always do in Buffalo. But I just hope that we're all prepared for it, because if you're not staying up on shoveling, one thing I realized with shoveling is if you're not shoveling at least every few hours during a snowstorm, it's just gonna be backbreaking by the time you actually get out there to start doing it. I would probably say when you get about a foot, foot and a half, every time you get a foot, foot and a half, probably start at least trying to clear it out as much as you can. That way you're not walking out to like 4 or 5 feet of snow, because then it's just going to take you like 10 times longer to get it done. So, um, cool. Just a few more things I want to kind of bring up here. I don't need to go into like the other part of the United States and things like that, but it's just going to kind of be an unusual winter. I wanted to show you one of the pictures of the actual country that shows like each individual section, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Um, but with that being said, I am going to go ahead and jump into the Wheel of Names, and we're going to see who our lucky winner is today. Let's see what we got. All right, 301. And that is going to be Jody Napo from Freeway Insurance. Congratulations, Jody. I will stop by and bring you your prize. And if you're watching, I will also bring you a double prize if you're watching. So thanks, you guys, again for watching. I know it's kind of a quick one. Just want to kind of give you an insight to this upcoming winter and just see what your thoughts were on it. So thank you again for joining us, guys, and we will see you next week, Tuesday at 10:10. Thank you and have a good week.